All right, and even some of the transfers you got coming in, it seems like you were very intentional. And again, I know you probably have to, from a certain standpoint, because of here at Wofford College,
Yeah.
you know, the transfers that you
Yeah.
can bring in, but Division II guys,
Yeah.
bringing them in.
Yeah.
We're starting to see some guys have a
Heck
lot
yeah.
of success
Oh my
from
gosh.
Division II and making
SoCon
that
Player of the
transition.
Year
Yes,
last year.
exactly. Jaden Booth, who we
Yeah.
call Jaden Buckets, I mean,
Jaden
because he
Bucket.
was a bucket.
He was.
Yeah.
It was kind of intentional for us. We wanted to get players that were proven.
Yeah.
And we got 2 Division II guys that are like literally the oldest possible people we could get at Wofford, and Cam Lowe and Evan Ramsey. They're redshirt juniors.
Okay.
So they have 2 years left of college,
Yeah.
so we can bring them. So they're older. Kind of intentional, just getting some proven guys.
Yeah.
Because that's about as old as we can get here, and they've been great. And you know, they come to the Division I world, they come to Wofford, and they come to this level, and they're like, man, this is amazing, you know. And so
right.
it's good. Like the perspective's everything. So
Yeah.
they've been great. We got 3 Division II transfers and 1 Division I transfer, and all have been awesome. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know.
always going to be Division II guys, and not always going to be Division I guys. It's just who's the right fit, and those 4 guys happen to be good ones for us.
Yeah, how important is fit?
Oh, man, it's a big deal. But a lot of people say fit, but like, what is fit?
I know, that's,
Is fit academically? Is it regionally? Is it style of play? Is
Yeah.
it roster need? Is it coaching style?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different fit. So we try to find out early in the process, what are you looking for? Everybody says fit.
Yeah.
But what does that
mean?
mean for you?
Yes.
And so just target guys who are looking for what we have. And I think it's a winning culture. It's a lot of tradition. It's a really fun style of play.
Yeah.
And then kind of build off that in the
Yeah.
process.
How would you describe your style of play?
It's a little bit different than what most people probably would think, because I've been with Coach Young forever, and he's obviously an elite offensive coach and elite coach in general, but we play different. We play really fast.
Yeah.
We play a little bit different. A part of it is because Coach Sam Marippis on our staff is like an elite offensive coach, like elite. He deserves a lot of credit for how we play offensively. He's a wizard, and I've learned a lot from him. And he's taught me a lot. He's obviously been huge for our program, and kind of lean on him in a lot of that area.
Yeah.
Defensively, very similar to what I've been accustomed to. A lot of man-to-man, not a lot of pressing.
Yeah.
We had some zone last year, but it was all bad. We got to get better at that.
But you got to change it up at times during the course of the game.
Yeah, we won.
Just to give
We
different
won
looks.
2 SoCon games specifically, I think,
Yeah.
because of our 1-3-1.
Yeah.
So a little, just more of a change up, but 99% man-to-man. That's typical to what I'm accustomed to. But offensively, it's a little bit different than what I've been doing in my career as an assistant. So I'm learning a lot too.
Okay, so why did you feel to try to do something different than what you're
Well, I got
most
here so
accustomed
late
to?
last year.
Yeah.
So late, and they had already had some things in, and I was drinking out of a fire hydrant, you know. And I was like, "All right, listen, let me see what you got. Let me see what you got in," and it was awesome.
Okay.
And I completely bought into it.
Yeah.
And like I said, Coach Sam Marippis and our captain, Coach McGeehan, kind of played the same way when he was at Campbell. And there's some Princeton concepts, but it's also a lot of just conceptual stuff and playing fast, and it's exciting. And I was quickly sold. And it was like, it works, it's good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's
Let's
right.
roll with it. And so I credit a lot to my staff.
Okay.
I credit a lot to my staff. I don't want to take a whole lot of credit for how we play offensively.
Yeah, and how much do you guys actually as a staff get together and evaluate what's working, what's not, and then not even from an X and O standpoint, but even as a coaching staff, how you guys can work and develop over the summer to get better?
I'll be honest. I told a couple of coaches this summer, not enough. Not enough. We're thinking about recruiting, scheduling, fundraising.
Yeah.
Like, at least I feel like at times, and I'm being brutally honest, I feel like at times I don't think about basketball enough. Now in the season we do, but like in the off season. I remember back in the day, man, off season was like, let's do projects, let's change this, let's change that, let's develop this kid, let's develop it. And yes, there is still part of that, but we're thinking about a lot of other things. I'm just being frank, like finishing our schedule and recruiting and transfer portal and raising money and all this. It's taken over a lot of our time and brain energy. So just being honest, not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Not enough, like chalk talks, if you will.
Yeah.
Not enough. But we'll get to that, and August is a great time for that.
Okay.
You know, we've evaluated what we have on our team, evaluate our roster, kind of see what we have. I wasn't going to change anything about the way we play offensively. That's a fact. I'm not changing that because it's good. and we recruited to it.
Yeah.
Like prior, we didn't recruit to it, but now we've recruited to this style of play. So I'm completely sold on that and before. But maybe there's some things about you want to practice a little bit different. We want to change some things here, some things there. But we'll definitely do that. But I wish I spent more time talking about hoops and thinking about hoops. I'll be honest.
What about even just from like a parenting standpoint, a husband, a man, being able to find some time to
you got to be intentional.
Do that as well.
You got to be intentional about it. You know, any break we get, it's spend time with your family. And August will be a good time for that as well because it's a dead period. We can't have recruits on campus. We can't go recruiting. Our guys are gone for a long time until we start school late August. So it's hard, man. You sacrifice no matter what. Like
That's right.
You're sacrificing something with your time no matter what. And I want to make sure that we're all good husbands and fathers and things.
Can you turn it off though for a period of time?
It's hard.
No,
it's hard. It's hard.
That's right.
It's hard. But it's healthy to do it. It's healthy. It's hard to do it 24/7, 365.
Yeah, well, that's why, I mean, it seems coaching is that way now. And I remember when I was coaching, now this was in the 90s, so we're going way back there. But there was at least, you had some segmented gaps where you could decompress. And you could step away for a period of time, but it just doesn't seem that's possible now.
Not in the spring. In the spring, it's way different.
Yeah.
It's way different. And it's not a bad thing.
It's just different.
It's just different. Like the spring used to be calm, and then August used to be calm. Now it's really just August.
Yeah.
But you're also still recruiting the whole time while you're on the, calling and texting and, whatever. It's what we signed up for. I wouldn't change. I mean, I love it.
Well, that's right.
I'm not complaining. I love it.
And especially now with the cell phone and how you can instant communication with people, it is different.
Yeah, it's just different than all it is. But we could choose to do something else.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We choose to do this.
Coaching basketball. I mean, you're in the gym.
Yeah. We're not solving the world's problems here. We're having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, we're having fun, and we got a great group. We got a great staff. So we try to do a good job of balancing the work-life stuff and not taking ourselves too seriously, but it does consume our lives.
Yeah. Well, it definitely does.
Yeah. That's why we don't do one-handed passes. I've been preaching that since the beginning of time. That's why we don't do one-handed passes. Good, guys. Two hands. Go get the ball. Come on, Brian. Go get the ball like you mean it. Hey, I appreciate how much you're trying to learn the offense, but your best skill is you're just really fast and you're athletic and strong. Just go, man. When you catch that ball, go. Just don't redrive drives. Does that make sense? Don't redrive drives. But if it's a one-up like that, drive that ball.
Another two-man weave segment right here in SoCon Fast Break. Junior Luke Flynn here for the Wofford Terriers. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. All right, I need to know from your perspective, what has kept you here at Wofford? I mean, you're an OG now.
I am. It's my third year now. It helps when you win a championship your first year.
Oh, yes.
But just the tradition of Wofford, everything with the new coaches, how they handle everything, and obviously we bring in good players every year, so hard not to like it.
Yeah, well, how long is it taking you to grow that mustache right there?
This is actually pretty new, but we're trying some new things out, so we'll see it. We'll see.
Yes, hey, you wear it well. You wear it well.
Thank you.
All right, also, I need to know the number 2.
Yep.
Why the number 2?
So I've been the number 2 my whole life. It's my mom's favorite number.
Oh.
I was number 3 in AU a little bit. Freshman year, I was number 4. But after that, went back to number 2. It's just my mom's favorite number. It's my lucky number 2.
Okay, so when did it become her favorite number? Do you know?
I started wearing it in high school. So throughout middle school and elementary, I was always number 23 for LeBron and MJ.
Oh, yes.
But then went to number 2 in high school.
Okay, all right, so then we need to settle the debate then.
Yep.
Who's the GOAT?
It's LeBron.
What?
LeBron.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad. It's LeBron.
Yeah, so your dad, he's the right one.
My dad
being
definitely
able to say Michael Jordan.
Yep.
See, that's our era.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Michael Jordan.
It's a new era. It's a new era.
All right, so speaking of new era, just in terms of what I also think is a new era, just with players and the amount of shoes that you guys have, I mean, what's the criteria of which shoes you're going to pick on which game day or even just practice?
Well, it's tough. So we're only Adidas, so it's hard. But I like the Donovan Mitchells. I like these. It's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot to choose from, but I like the Donovan Mitchells.
Okay.
That's my probably favorite.
So now, are you a superstitious player, or are you just superstitious?
I'm very superstitious.
Oh, you are?
I've always been superstitious.
Okay, so give me how superstitious you are.
It almost changes with every loss. So like, whatever winning streak we're on, if I'm wearing those shoes, if it's those socks, it's whatever it is.
Yeah, I get it. So sometimes, do you even wash things, or you just
I
keep
wash
playing
it. I'm not dirty. I wash it. I wash it. Yeah.
All right. So when you look back at last season, and I've talked to Coach Giltner, just in terms of, I don't know what the right word is, drama, turmoil, chaos, or whatever, but that was a lot of craziness that happened as far as him coming in.
For sure.
But what kept the team together through all of that?
I think just the tradition that's been here for the last 20 years. It didn't leave. It's certain players that get recruited here. It's certain guys that stay here. Coach Gibson stayed with us through it all. He's been here for a while. And then this whole coaching staff that was with us throughout the whole summer. And then when everything happened. But it was definitely chaos. It was definitely crazy. But we stuck together as a family. It turned out pretty good for us. We didn't get the job done at the end of the year, but
I know you're still probably thinking
definitely.
about that. Are you also still thinking about what could have been if you don't get hurt?
For sure, for sure. I mean, it's always in the back of your head. You always think about not getting hurt and everything. But
how frustrating was that for you?
Just
have to sit on the bench and you couldn't get out there.
Yeah, it was probably the hardest 3 months of probably my whole life, just not being out there. There's something different when you get here June 1st and you go every day and you go blood, sweat, and tears every single day, and then you get down to the nitty gritty at the end of the year and you're playing for a championship and you can't play with your guys. So it's definitely tough.
That's right. How much do you enjoy summer workouts now, though?
I mean, I definitely don't enjoy the conditioning, but
hey, at least you're truthful.
Exactly.
That's right.
But just getting out, getting to feel the new guys, get a good vibe of what it's going to be like. It's fun.
Yeah. All right. So how often are you looking at the coaching staff and saying, hey, coaches, you get out here and do some of these things that you're wanting us to do?
I know. We got a lot of old players on our staff, so I mean, maybe we'll get a little pickup game in the future, but we'll see about
there we
that.
go. Yeah. All right. Do you think Coach Giltner, you think he could still hoop it up?
I don't know. I see him shooting a couple times, but
I
don't know if he can get out there and do a little closeout, but we'll see.
Yes. All right. Is there one drill you'd love to see Coach Giltner do?
I would love to see him do our Purdue 3-on-3. I want to see him closing out and everything, so we'll see.
All right. All right. So now heading into this 2026 season, how has it been in terms of bringing all the guys together and a new roster?
Yeah, whole new roster. Obviously, we lost some big pieces from last year. But, I mean, we're super talented. We're big, athletic, kind of a new form of a Wofford team in my 3 years I've been a part. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for y'all to see it.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, what also about the Boneyard, though?
Oh, the
Tell
Boneyard.
me how crazy the Boneyard can get.
The Boneyard can get crazy. I think we got the best in the conference by far. They come every home game, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, yes, it is.
All
right, best of luck, 2026.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Thank
Luke.
you.
All right, Coach Giltner, once again on SoCon Fast Break, and I would have to say that now that you've gone through 1 year under your belt as a head coach, have you had any time to actually reflect, like how your season was and how your first year as a head coach was?
Yeah. Had some off times and some down times throughout the summer a little bit, and it's still moving fast. I'm still doing a lot of things for the first time. But yeah, been able to reflect a little bit and really proud of what we did in year one and ready to build on the future.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have to say, just from a perspective, as far as there were so many question marks in terms of how the team was going to be and how they were going to respond, just in terms of you taking over. And I know we've talked about it before, from an outside perspective, it seemed very chaotic how everything came together. But from your perspective, is this summer even chaotic as well? Getting out on the road recruiting, now you can officially say, all these recruits going to these different showcases.
Right. Yeah, it's always chaotic in the college basketball, college athletics landscape that we're in, with ever-changing rosters and fundraising and that type of thing. But definitely feel like my feet are on the ground and was able to bring back my entire staff, which was awesome.
It's huge.
Really thankful for that. So that makes it a little bit less chaotic, and just building the schedule and building the roster and starting to think about future years and what we want to do this program to step it up a notch. And so it's chaotic in that way, but also not chaotic in that I feel so at home and I'm at a place that I love and my wife's in her hometown and like there's a lot of like really cool things going. So excited to be back and ready to build.
Yeah, did that actually help from a perspective as far as, you being thrust into the position so fast, but it was a place that you already knew?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That absolutely matters. Skipping steps is not the right way to say it, but was able to kind of accelerate some things because of my awareness of the people, the place, the academics, the donor base, the fan base, alumni group, all that type of stuff. Kind of had a head start on some of that, which helped.
Oh yeah, it had to. Talking about reflecting on last year, how did you reflect in terms of identifying, okay, this is how we were measuring success? Because sometimes it's not always about just the record. And I know you were disappointed how things turned out at the tournament, but there's other measurements and other analytics that you have to utilize to measure success.
Yeah, and analytics is absolutely one way, but my thing last year was coming in here with a little, turmoil, drama, however you want to call it. I wanted to make sure that we had a fun year and the guys these guys only have so many years.
That's right.
Now they get 5, but they were thinking only get 4 years of college basketball, you only get 5 years of college. I wanted to make sure that we made the most of it. And I'm not trying to sound cliche or cheesy, but that time is small. And I wish I was still playing college basketball. I miss it. It's awesome. I'd rather be playing than coaching, but I wanted to make sure that they got something out of it. And I really feel strongly that they did. We had a really fun year. We just wanted to get to basketball, and we got to basketball pretty quickly within the first hour of me getting the job, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I think we capitalized. My whole thing was, I got asked a lot when I got the job, what's our goal? And I was like, I'm not trying to put that question off, but also I just want to be the best version of ourselves, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whether that's an NCAA tournament team, whether it's whatever. And I feel like we got pretty dang close. Had some normal, small things like injuries and stuff that happens to everybody. But I really think we got the most out of that team. Could we got more? Probably. Should we won a couple? Yeah, sure. We all look back on those, but for the most part, I feel like most people would say on our team and our program, man, that was fun, and we got a lot out of it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that year.
Yeah, and isn't there something about when you take the focus off of the wins?
Yeah.
And put the focus back on some of the foundation, the principles, the philosophies, and the fun, then it's almost like the wins become a byproduct of everything that you're building.
Ultimately, I think that's what we want to do as coaches is preach that. Yeah. You hear the best in the world talk about the process over the results, and I would love for that to be kind of a mark of our program. Is who you do it with and how you do it is way more important than sometimes the W and L. Now, ultimately, we live in a very cutthroat society, and we have to win games, and we want to win games, and I'm the most competitive dude you'll meet. But, we certainly want to be about the process and not look ahead and not think about, okay, we got to win 25 games. Let's be the best version of ourselves, and the records will take care of themselves. So I would love that to be a part of our program.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was last year, and we can learn from that.
Yeah, and obviously sports is the ultimate meritocracy. We do know that, but it's something that it's very hard to have that type of vision, though, especially when you're younger. Now, you're a little bit more wiser, right? But, so how do you communicate that to your team? How do you get them to buy into that type of mindset? And especially when social media and just all of the focus is on the wins.
Yeah, I've kind of taken the approach of don't necessarily talk about the negative things about that, or this is why you shouldn't do this. This is why. More about celebrate the good things. Hey man, we had a really good practice on Monday. We had a great practice on Tuesday, and lo and behold, we won on Wednesday. Yeah. You can't think that we won on Wednesday because we were good on Wednesday. We won on Wednesday because we had a great practice Monday and Tuesday. So celebrating the good parts rather than saying, don't look ahead and, that old stuff. Yeah. We kind of celebrate the good things that led up to successes and let the team know that the process is so much more important than you think.
It's more than, one game at a time. It's more like one day at a time, one practice at a time.
One drill, one rep, everything. Yeah, you can really go down into the nitty-gritty there. But it really is true. And it sounds cliche, but man, I've lived that for my time as a player and a coach, and I've learned that it's true.
Yeah, I've always said that, when you talk about cliches, that we get so focused on, it's all cliche, and you just kind of bypass it, so to speak. But cliches two things can be true at the same time. It can be cliche, but it can be true. And that's a part of, the challenge, though, in terms of communicating that. Now, you talked about playing in terms of how much you would rather be playing than coaching. And so give me the feeling of that, especially your first time as a head coach, your first game. Were you more nervous as a head coach or the first time as a player that you took the court?
Way more as a head coach. Okay. Way more.
Why is that?
Oh, well, I mean, first time doing it.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel like, man, I'm in charge of all this. So you kind of feel that a little bit, but like as a player, I got nervous for games for sure. But like once the ball went up in the air, let's play. And the same thing is true for coaching. You think about that time right before the game, like that hour and a half when the guys are warming up and you're sitting right there in the locker room, like you're just thinking about, oh man, this is going to go wrong, that could go wrong. What about? So you get more nervous, I think, as a coach, especially because you don't have as much control on it.
Yes.
As a player, you're actually the one doing it. But I felt way more nervous as a coach, for sure. But I will say, like, our first home game when we played, I think it was Milwaukee. We played Milwaukee. Like, I was dying to be in a jersey. I was dying to be in it. I was looking at those guys before the game, and I was telling them, like, I'm so jealous. Like, this is a great crowd. We're at home. We get the Boneyards rocking. Like, I would love to be able to play. So, like, take advantage of these opportunities that you're given because they're finite.
That's right.
Another cliche, time goes by.
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
I would love to be playing. I would love to be in a Wofford jersey playing. So I do love coaching, and I love being here, and I love being a head coach and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but man, to put on that jersey again, that'd be pretty cool.
That's right. Did you feel that as a player you were more confident even in your first game at Wofford, just from the perspective that you've been playing for so long, and then coaching, you really hadn't hadn't been a head coach, so maybe there was a little bit. That feeling of maybe I'm not as confident because am I ready? Did you question that?
A little bit. A little bit. I think anybody would be lying if they said they didn't.
Yeah.
But I have an unbelievable mentor, and I have an unbelievable support system, and I have an unbelievable staff. Like I felt ready for the season when we got to playing games for sure. It's just so different from player to coach. But yeah, we go up to George Mason in our first game. We don't play great. Now they were good.
Yeah.
They started off really, really good, and he does a heck of a job. And we didn't play great. So walking away like, man, were we ready enough? What could I have done different? Things like that. But then we went out and beat Milwaukee, who's a good team and a good program, and Coach Lundy does a heck of a job. So felt a little bit more confident.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, we do know what we're doing. But I don't know. I was pretty nervous as a player too.
Yeah.
My first game, I was pretty nervous. My first ever college basketball game, pretty nervous. But as a coach, it's just such a different outlook. It's such a different player. You're like, man, I'm confident. Let's go.
That's right.
As a coach, you're like, man, I hope he does this. And it's a little bit more like I don't have as much control on it as a player does. So just different type of nervous.
Now that confidence as a player, did it carry over to talking trash out on the court?
Oh yeah.
So you enjoyed that?
I loved it. Loved it.
To what degree?
I was never going to get a technical or anything like that, but yeah. When I got to the point where I was an established player and I could, do some things later on in my career, I was very much a role player my whole life. Let's get that straight. But I did I got into the games and I liked being competitive, and I never talked trash to the point where I'm losing focus on the game. But yeah, little banter never hurt
That's
anybody.
part of it.
Yeah, never hurt anybody.
What about from a coaching perspective?
Oh, never. No, never. First of all, I haven't done anything, so I have nothing to talk trash about. But I don't get into that. I take the classier route, I hope.
Yeah. Well, there's something about the coaching fraternity
Yeah.
as well, because you never know how things cycle in and out, from a coaching standpoint.
That's exactly right.
You do have to be a little bit careful on the trash talking, right?
I got too much respect for all the coaches and players in our league and who we play. Golly, anybody can beat us in any night. So I don't do that.
Yeah. And so from a player then to a coach, did you feel the same level of competition in the Southern Conference, and especially where I feel that I think it's underrated, just how good this conference is, and of course from an offensive standpoint, but just the physicality in this league also I think is underrated.
Yeah, no, it's a great league. It's a great league. You got a lot of teams and a lot of programs, a lot of administrations that are pouring a lot into it.
Yeah.
And you look at our team this year, everybody asks me on the road when we see each other, who's going to be good in your league? I got no clue. I think everybody's going to be good.
That's right.
Got no clue. And I'm excited to see it, see how we stack up with it. I don't even know how good we're going to be. It's hard. But but it's such a good league.
Yeah.
I mean, some great coaches, some great programs with good venues and good fan bases. I'm biased, right?
Of course.
We're all biased. I know you're biased. You
Yes.
love SoCon too, but I think it's really, really good. I thought it was good when I played too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it was?
It's a different league. You know, when I played here,
Explain that.
Charleston was in the league, Davidson was in the league, played against Steph Curry, for God's sakes, you know, the MVP of the NBA. He was in our league. Andrew Gowlock, I couldn't go on and on. You know, Elon and Georgia Southern, and those teams were in our league. And now it's different. Like, you add in a bunch of really good programs over the last couple of years, Mercer, ETSU, VMI, what have you. They're all good. Like, it's just a different league. But I thought this league for the last 15 years, 20 years has been really good.
Yeah, and the parity.
Yeah.
And that's what is amazing, just the consistent parity for this league. And that's why it's hard to determine, who's going to be the best in the league.
Yeah.
Because there's such, as you talked about, such good coaches and such good players, you know, from that standpoint. And that leads me into the recruiting and more so the scheduling side of things. And obviously, scheduling is a big narrative right now, how tough it is for mid-major programs.
That's huge, yeah.
Have you experienced that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, getting teams to pay a bunch of money to come play a game is hard.
Yes.
Because the success that Wofford's had in the past 15, 20 years,
That's right.
And every team in our league, to be honest, it doesn't make a lot of sense analytically to play teams in our league. It just doesn't. Because
That's why people are avoiding you.
We're not the bottom of the barrel in college basketball. But we're also not a quad one game either.
That's right.
So it's hard to get those games. So we struggled to find those early. Knock on wood, no contracts signed for my last one, but we think we're done with our Division I games, which is good, and that'll all be announced soon. But the scheduling is hard. I think, in my opinion, recruiting number one thing in any program.
Yeah.
Number one thing. Nothing even more close to that. Like, who is on your team, who's on your roster, the personnel decisions, number one. Number two might be schedule.
Yeah.
Like, your schedule's such a big deal. And you got to get that right. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so when you say that in terms of the scheduling, getting it right, because isn't there a balance in terms of being able to test your team and get them ready for conference play, but also, you know, making sure that you're not getting overwhelmed by too many tough games.
Yeah, people don't think about that enough. It's just like coaches do, but like maybe the general public. The cadence of your schedule and the flow of your schedule and the confidence of your guys, it does matter. And we got class.
Oh, of course.
And we got breaks. And do you play a home game when you don't have fans here or students here? Or like the travel, do you have to hop on an airplane or is it a long bus ride? All these things matter. And so the cadence of it, and everybody's selfish now. Everybody's selfish. I'm selfish. We all want the best possible scenario for our teams. And so we're talking to all these different programs and everybody wants what's best for their team. So who's going to give in and who's going to, it's hard. Scheduling is hard. It's harder than ever now because it happens later because our rosters are not set till later. Right. So everything's just pushed back and now we're all scrambling for games and again, everybody wants home games. Like, well, somebody's got to give. Somebody's got to play on the road. So finding that balance of, okay, I can go on the road this year because I'm going to get a home one next year. Or I'm going to play at home this year because I can go on the way next. All those types of things. And obviously financials are involved. But the thing that doesn't get talked about enough is class.
Of course.
We got to be in class here. Yeah. There's no online classes at Wofford. They got to be in class. Now, our teachers are great, and they understand that we're Division I athletes and we're trying to win big and do these cool things, but, like, we got to be in class.
Yes.
So finding the balance,
challenge.
how much class we miss and how much class we don't miss is part of it as well.
Yeah, and just even from a perspective of the scheduling, I know you've got a big game that you've got on the calendar that has been announced, exhibition game against Virginia Tech. Yeah. Your mentor, Mike Young, coming in here. So who convinced who? Did you have to convince him?
He didn't convince me, I promise you that. I had to convince him. It didn't take a lot of convincing. He was great about it.
Okay.
He is the best for doing this. I'm so thankful for him to come down. I'm so thankful that we get to do that. It's going to be two good programs going at it. Be awesome. I mean, selfishly, awesome atmosphere here.
No doubt.
Awesome. I mean, like, he was here for 30 years. Like, I could tear up talking about him. And there's so many people on this campus, in this community, that think the same way about him that I do. Like, he is the best and absolutely set the precedent of what it's supposed to be like as a head coach at Wofford College. And I think about him every day. What would he do every day? I think about that. And so for him to come back here as he's kind of getting towards the end of his coaching career, to come to Wofford where he started it really is pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
Really fired up about it. So thankful that he was willing to do it. It just so happened to be homecoming weekend. Honestly, didn't really start it with that idea. It was like, what dates work for you? What date? And I was like, Coach, you're in control. Whatever game you want to do it, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it, let's do it. And it worked out to be homecoming weekend. So we're going to do that Friday night, homecoming football game Saturday. So it should be really, really cool. Should be well attended. Tickets just went on sale. Really fired up about that game.
Oh, I know you have to be.
Really fired
That's
up
a
about
great opportunity, and again, for Mike Young to be able to do that. So why do you get emotional when you talk about Mike Young?
It just changed my life. Not that I was going down a bad path, but just certainly put me on a trajectory that I couldn't imagine. When I first got my offer from Wofford back in, I think it was 2007, I was like, I don't even know what Wofford is. I'm not going there, but it's my first D1 offer. Lo and behold, it's shaped my whole life. I'm going into my 12th season as a Terrier.
Wow.
And how I think about things, how I handle certain situations, how I treat people, how I work every day. A lot of it is because of him. And I have an unbelievable family. Awesome dad, awesome mom, but he's been like my second dad.
Yeah.
I was with him for 16 years, 4 as a player, 12 as assistant. And of course, the impact he's had on me is massive. And I was never working for anybody else.
Is that right?
Ever. Unless it was myself. In this situation, I just fortunate enough to be back at my alma mater, but he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. And his family, Margaret, Davis, Cooper, that's family to me. And so for him to come back here, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And when you even look at it, when you got the head coaching job, how much did he instill, hey, you're ready? How much did he say, this is a great opportunity?
A lot, yeah. The coolest thing was he had no hesitation. He wasn't like, he was like, you got to do that. You got to do that. And for us, we were literally going into the preseason.
Yes.
At Virginia Tech.
That's right.
And for him to just not have a selfish approach about it and say, I don't want to lose an assistant this late in the season. He was like, you got to do that. You got to do that. It meant a lot to me.
Yeah, of course.
He's always led me down the right path, and I've had other opportunities elsewhere, more money, whatever. But I've always fallen back on quality of life, and who I'm with is ideal with him. And I'm so glad I've stayed loyal to him because he's been loyal to me, and I wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah. So when you heard about the opportunity, did you call your wife? Or did you tell her in person? How did it go down?
I did. Scott called me and was honored. Didn't even know it was about this year. I was like, we're talking about, after a season, in the spring. Well, but yeah, I told my wife she was thrilled.
Yeah.
As a coach's wife, for her to be able to come back to her hometown, jackpot.
That's right.
And for me to come back to my alma mater, jackpot. Just almost perfect world stuff.
Yeah.
So there was no hesitation on our end. I would have crawled back here. I love it here. I love this place. It's got its challenges. Every place has got its challenges. But there's unbelievable people here. And for us to raise our kids where she went to school, go to the same school system, that stuff is awesome. And we're closer to her family. We're the same distance from my family in Middle Tennessee, but just no brainer.
Yeah, of course.
She was like, is this real? I was like, yeah, it's real.
Exactly.
So we love Blacksburg. We love Virginia Tech. Obviously, we love Coach Young and all the staff up there. Those people are family. But it was pretty cool to come back.
Is this
to Spartanburg.
home now?
Oh, yeah. This is home. This is home, and this is, if you woke me up in 30 years and said you're still at Wofford, I'd say I'm a happy man. So this is really, really cool place for me to be, and this is my speed, and there's a lot of hurdles to jump through, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm fired up as ever. A lot of changing college basketball landscape and all that. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm at a good place with good people and at a great job with a lot of success in history. So we're ready.
Yeah. How do you balance all of the changes going on in college athletics right now in terms of, okay, how much you are focused just on the team and there's things you can't control, obviously, that's happening in college athletics, but you have to be aware because it's going to shape or potentially impact, how you're running your program. So how much are you involved in keeping up with everything that's happening and opinions that you have?
Every day we think about the 5 for 5 or the transfer immediately. Or here's the one thing that I've always thought Coach did a heck of a job with when he was here, is you got to know what wins at Wofford. This is not any other school in the country. This is a very unique place. Elite academics, people live on campus. You can't take every transfer in the world. We don't have it's different, but it's a super positive thing. People get on this campus, they fall in love with it. The people are unbelievable. So I focus on, I know what's going on in all of college basketball, but I got to know what works at Wofford. Whether it's this transfer, that transfer, whether it's high school kids, whether it's retention, how do we raise money, what works at Wofford? And I've always thought that's what Coach Young did a great job of when he was here. Now, the times are way different, but if I still keep that central focus of don't think about all the externals. This is not X, Y, and Z school or this school, that. This is Wofford. How does it work? Let's make sure we find the right guys for Wofford. And I think we've done a really good job with that. TBD, right? I don't know what my team's going to do this year, but we got great human beings who understand what this place is, and they've loved it so far in summer school. They've been here since June 1st, and I think they're all really, really enjoying it here because the people are outstanding. And I just try to keep that as my focus.
Yeah, of course.
Do I have opinions? Sure, I do, but it's changing for everybody.
It is.
Texas and Florida and Ohio State, they all have challenges. Duke has challenges in this landscape. If you focus on the negatives, you can be burdened with it, but how do you capitalize on the change? How do you maximize your opportunities? What strategic bets do you have in your program? But at the end of the day, Richmond, the biggest thing that matters is the people you bring in.
And the relationships.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters is the people. Personnel is the number one thing that we need to make sure we get right.
Yeah, and I still firmly believe, too, that to the relationship standpoint, it doesn't mean that you have to have a relationship for 5 years to have an impact.
Yeah.
You can have an impact in 5 minutes, in 9 months, 12 months, whatever it might be.
No question. I was talking to a former player of mine last night late. He invited me to his wedding. We had him for 1 year at Virginia Tech. Get invited, you can still have a impact on people, like you said, in 1 year.
Yeah.
Somebody said this, and I thought it was true, so I don't want to take credit of it, but these young men, whether they're high school 17, 18-year-old recruit or they're 22, these young men need leadership more than ever. So now's not a time to back away from the relationship part of it. Now's not the time to back away from.
You need to be all in.
It can't be transactional.
Yeah.
It can't. Now, a lot of people think it is. It can't be that way. Yeah, you got to dive in, and it's accelerated probably, and maybe shorter at times. But you better dive in.
Yeah.
You better dive in because they need us and we need them, and it can't be just, hey, you're a hired gun, come play for us for 8 months and see you later.
That's right.
That doesn't work anywhere. It definitely doesn't work at Wofford, and it's not going to work for me. But they need leadership more than ever. And I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
I think there's a narrative out there that you focus on the players. Oh, look how they've changed over the years. Well, the adults in the room are changing also. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The coaches need to evolve in how they approach these players also.
Yeah, no doubt. We do. We all have to. And believe me, I don't have it all figured out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anybody does.
Oh, I don't think anybody does.
I think if we continue to focus on, like you said, the relationship and the people we bring in and get the right people on board, we'll be all right.
Yeah. Is 5 for 5 something that you believe in?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. A little different Wofford. We don't have grad school. Yeah. So how many 5-year guys we're going to have? Maybe it helps us keep some players a little bit longer who are having success, which I don't get bitter about. If somebody, can go make a ton of money, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
How do you handle that then?
It doesn't. Maybe it should. It doesn't bother me. If they're making unbelievable money and they got a chance, that doesn't bother me. That means they had success here. I'd rather have good players that leave than bad players that stay. That's just my philosophy. But we obviously want to have guys for 4 years. Everybody wants to have guys 4 or 5, but we don't have grad school. So I haven't really thought as much how 5-for-5 affects me that much. We can't recruit most older transfers either because of how good we are academically. This is an elite education. So I'll see the ramifications of that over the next couple of years. But we still have to recruit freshmen, and I want to recruit freshmen. We still want to have good retention. And then the transfers we bring in, they're not going to be grad transfers or senior transfers anyways. Yeah. So I'm not sure how much the 5-for-5 really affects Wofford. To my point, this is a different place. It's not one size fits all at Wofford. So we'll see how it affects us, but I think it could be a positive thing, meaning we can keep somebody an extra year or two who's had success because they know I've got an extra year of eligibility.
That's right. So from a recruiting standpoint, you said that's number one, and no doubt.
Yeah.
Recruiting is number one. How are you balancing in terms of the high school recruiting versus the transfer? Again, knowing all of the different situations and factors that you have to work through here at Wofford, because I still feel there's a situation where the focus seems to be transfer portal, rather than, hey, that can help fill some voids, but you build your foundation with high school recruiting.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, absolutely. For me, Richmond, the way I look at it is, regardless of age, grade, can he help me win?
Yeah.
Can he help me win? And preferably, can he help me win now? But if not, is he gonna, be a guy that's into development? Is he gonna be a guy that's gonna be into I want to get better? And I think we've got a roster full of guys that can help us win right now, or they're not quite ready yet, but they really are buying into, I need to get bigger, stronger, faster. I need some miles under me, if you will. But we will always recruit freshmen. Yeah. We'll always recruit freshmen. Last year, for this roster, we have 5, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
In college, this college landscape, and I don't mind it. Last year, we started 2 freshmen. Yeah. Chase Wiley and Brian Sumter started a lot of games.
They did.
And we were pretty good.
Yeah, they played well.
So A, I'm not scared to do it, and B, we're always going to do it here. And the freshman class that we have right now, they're good. They're good. I'm really fired up about a lot of them for a lot of different reasons. So I'm all on board with it.
Yeah.
I'm all on board with it. I've got a little mix of transfers. I got a little mix of freshmen. I've got a mix of my returners. So I like the way our roster is constructed right now. Is it perfect? I don't know, TBD, but we're always going to recruit freshmen.
Yeah. How was life on the road recruiting this summer?
Good. It was awesome.
Busy?
Yeah, busy. Lots of travel. I like the high school June periods. Then I like to see them with their AU team. You kind of see a mix of both. Some kids really shine with their high school teams, and then maybe get on their AU team and different role, different depth on that team, whatever. I like both of them, but it was a good summer, and excited to dive into some official visits and stuff in the fall.
Yeah, when you're evaluating during the summer, what else are you looking at in terms of how they can fit with your program? Not just necessarily, how skilled they are out on the court.
Yeah, just do they play hard all the time? There's 8 a.m. games, there's 8 p.m. games, sometimes there's 2 games a day. I want guys that are consistent. I find myself when we're talking about kids up in our media room, our conference room upstairs about kids, and we're bringing this kid to the table, that kid. I want the guy that's consistent, man. I want the guy that's tough. There's so many, this guy can really, really shoot. Yeah, but that's all he can do. I want versatile guys that are consistent with how we're going to play, and that's what I kind of tend to gravitate towards.
Yeah, what their motor is.
Yeah, no doubt. Competitive, tough, consistent dudes. That's kind of that's what was won here in the past. Yeah. That's what was won here in the past, and that's kind of what I've become accustomed to.
Yeah. All right. So when you're talking about your time as a player, did you enjoy summer as a player, coming back for summer workouts? Now, I know obviously it's changed. Yes, it's completely different. Yeah. So you really didn't have the type of workouts you have now.
No, completely different. That was funny. I was talking to our team about the other day. They were like, what we also, we didn't really, we had to take class. And there was really no team. There's no team. There's nothing more than 2 or 3 people, I think, at a time.
Yeah, no team activities
allowed.
0.
We lifted. That was what was consistent with this year, and in current years. We lifted a lot and tried to get bigger, stronger, but played a lot of pickup. A lot of pickup. A lot of people in the city come over. We played a lot. We just hooped. Very little instruction. I don't think there was much they could even do as coaches.
That's right. They could.
It was just way different. Now it's man, I kind of fight in the battle, to be honest, Richmond. Am I doing too much? Am I practicing too often? Am I practicing enough? This is my first summer.
That's right.
This is my first summer, so I'm trying to find that balance of not trying to be an eager beaver and do too much, but also making sure we're ready and we got some things in and we've got our culture established and this is how we work. And I want to see some things, right? I want to see who's good every day. I want to see who can defend. I want to see. So I'm
got to learn your team.
Yeah, like I'm trying to find that balance of am I doing too much or I'm not enough. And if I want to err on one side, I want to err on the side of not doing enough. I would rather not do enough than do too much.
Yes.
Because it's a long year.
Long season.
God, it's long. I want them to be fired up in February, March.
Yeah. And even that long season, there's also that aspect. It's hard to be consistent for a long period of time and have that sustained excellence. And it's hard winning.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I think winning is a byproduct of their buy-in and their willingness to compete, and they're not burnt out, and they still enjoy scouting reports. They're not tired of Coach Giltner yelling at them, whatever it may be. So I've always tried to keep a good pulse on it. I want them to leave every day, Richmond, with like, man, I wish I could have done more, or I wish we would have done more.
Yeah.
I want them to leave with something like, I wish we would have kept playing or gone and practiced a little bit longer, rather than, oh my God, I don't want to come to practice. It's June, it's July.
I know it. You can't be in that mindset yet.
Again, if I'm going to err, I want to err on the side of not doing enough.
Yeah. How often do you get out there and hoop with them?
0. That would be bad. We'll shoot. No, I'll shoot.
Yeah, okay.
I'll challenge in some shooting competitions at the end before. I'm like, no, I couldn't guard these guys, and I couldn't get by any of them. They would,
But you can outshoot them, though.
If we're just doing this catch and maybe I'll shoot some of them, but I try to. I'll explain some drills and we'll do like maybe some scout team stuff, but
They don't challenge you? Come on, coach.
No, not yet. They will at some point throughout this, but not this summer yet. They haven't tested me yet, but I'll act like I sprained my ankle or something. These guys are way better than me.
All right, so get the Wofford Terrier fan base excited about what they can expect from this team coming up in 2026.
Yeah, just my first takeaways are we're way bigger. Way bigger. And I may be overcorrected in that way. Like, I didn't think we were big enough last year in a lot of areas, so we got way bigger, which I love. Our forwards are awesome. I'll just kind of go down the list, starting with the big fellas, but Evan Ramsey and Cutter Sisk and Brian Sumter obviously returned. Like, those guys are playing such good ball, and they're big, and they're getting stronger, and they're getting their bodies right. But every position on our team is a little bit bigger. The Cam Lowe's, the Jad Dawkins, the Jet Carters, all those guys. Chase Watley's, he's had such a good year. I think he might be number 1 or number 2 in our league in returning scoring. But he's obviously Coach Bell, our strength and conditioning coach, is unreal. And he's done great jobs with some of their bodies. But, Chris Arias is a transfer that came in as big. Like, we just try to get bigger in a lot of areas. Now, Jacob Daniels, Luke Flynn, those guys are kind of our small, but those guys, they're hard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
No doubt.
They're hard. Jamon Price is from right outside of D.C. I think I mentioned to everybody, we're bigger and we're longer and more athletic. Now, we don't have the 20-a-game guy probably like Kamari, or the 17-a-game guy probably like Nils, but we're deeper. We're way deeper. Like, when I reflect on last year, just strategy-wise and like how we had to play. I mean, I played 3 guys 30 minutes plus, maybe 32 minutes plus. That's not healthy.
That's right.
I apologize to them sometimes. They didn't mind it. I was like, I'm riding you guys like a horse, man. Like, you guys are playing too much. And they're like, no, we're good.
Yeah, we'll keep going, coach.
Well, your defense would say otherwise. But they play too much, way too many minutes. So we wanted to get deeper and we wanted to get bigger, and I think we did that.
Yeah, and I think that was a focal point last year when you saw the issues of depth. And I'm not saying that in a disparaging way. I mean, it was factual.
Yeah.
When you had the injuries, when Kamari went down, then when Luke went down, it was tough to have the depth there to replace those type of players.
Yeah, no doubt. And our bench last year was awesome. And I love all those guys, and I'm not trying to but I just think this year there's a lot more the only way to say it, there's a lot more competition. Like, if you're not playing hard, you're not bringing it today. Well, I got this guy right here who's ready to roll, and he's a good player. Like, competition is what all of us coaches want throughout practice. It makes practice better. It makes us hold each other accountable a lot easier. So we got to get better defensively. We got to get bigger. We got to get more athletic. And I think that's kind of like our biggest goal, because our offense, I think, is really, really good. We got enough scoring. We're always going to score enough to win. But the 2 teams that went to the championship last year, ETSU and Furman, they're big.
They're big.
They were big.
Yeah.
Now, we beat both of them last year, even though we were small. But at the end of the day, like, the ultimate goal was to be where they were at
Yeah.
in the championship. And they were big. The teams who won in the Final Four.
Big.
Or the Elite Eight. Big.
Yes.
So we're trying to get bigger, and I'm really happy with what we did there.
Yeah. Describe the tournament feel there in Asheville and just how special that is from a mid-major level, because I feel it's almost like a high major
No doubt.
type of environment.
No doubt. The coaches we talk to on the road in other leagues are jealous. Our SoCon offices do a heck of a job with that tournament. Our coaches, our fan bases do a heck of a job. It's a centrally located, neutral court, awesome arena with really good programs and fan bases that can all get to the games. Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Like I as a player, I played in one in Charlotte when we won our first one. I played one on home sites in Chattanooga a couple times. Those were fine. But having a home like
Yes.
Asheville that's locked up, like that's where we're going. That is the goal. We talk about Asheville, something like I think it's really, really good, and I don't think it gets enough credit nationwide
I don't think so either.
for how cool it is. Because there's other neutral venues
Yes.
for other leagues,
That's right.
but everybody's got to fly in there this far away. The fan, you watch it on film, there's nobody there's people at our games. The geography of our league, I think it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect. I'm biased because I'm only an hour away.
Well, of course.
But
that's right.
it's awesome. They do a heck of a job with it. It gets better every year.
Yeah.
The product is good. The coaching is good. The fan bases are good. So super, super excited about it.
Yeah, well, we're trying to do more with SoCon Fast Break there live at the tournament. Also, give it like a game day type of experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so because I think there's a lot to be said about that. But there's also a lot to be said about the Boneyard.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes.
They get after
No
it,
doubt.
don't they?
No,
How special
doubt.
is that?
It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, the fact that 90-something% of our students live on campus is huge for us because they can literally walk. Their dorms, they can throw a rock at their dorms right here. They can walk over here and come to an awesome basketball game between Wofford and Sanford, whatever, on a Wednesday night and see really good basketball. And it's easy to get here for those people, and I'm thankful for them, man. They came out in a big way this year. They have fun, right? We make this the kind of the thing to do on our campus Saturday afternoons and Wednesday nights, whatever it may be. Super thankful for them. Our fraternities and sororities, our other sports programs, they're all involved, and that's what makes this place special. You go to a volleyball game, our guys are at the volleyball game, talking trash to the other team, or you go to a football game, they're sitting there in the student section. That's what makes Wofford special. A lot of student athletes supporting student athletes, but the fraternity and sororities do a heck of a job, and our marketing promotions people do a heck of a job getting them to games and letting them have fun, and the whole production. It's just awesome, man. I'm so thankful that I walked into
It's just a part of
that.
college basketball, the pageantry.
It
You gotta love all of that.
is, but there's some programs that just don't have it.
That's right.
They just don't have it, so I don't take it for granted. I appreciate what they do, and we need them. I think it's worth 10 points a game.
Hey, there's something to be said, and especially when the time is running down and the opposing team has to make a play, they get after them.
Oh yeah, and just our guys feed off of it. I mean, I think about the ETSU game here last year when it was snowed out.
Yeah.
No one was allowed to travel to campus, but we had 600 students in the game because they could just walk. They didn't have to drive.
That's right.
And we lost the game. Didn't have Kamara to that game, but it was an unreal environment when it shouldn't have been. But it's purely because of the students. So, so thankful for them. Don't take it for granted. Once the fall gets here, we as a program are going to continue to get involved with them as well. Go to their things, invite them to we have a part to do in that too.
Oh, that's right.
We can't just expect them to show up. We can't just expect the football team to come or the women's basketball. We got to go support them as well.
That's right.
That's what makes this place pretty cool, and I'm going to implore our team to do that when the time is right.
Yeah, and can you give them a product that they can be excited about?
Yeah.
That's the other part of it too.
and we go to class. There's no online class, so I'm
Yeah,
sitting next
you're
to
seeing
a
'em.
golfer. I'm
Yes.
sitting next to a chemistry major. I'm sitting next to a KA. So you actually have real relationships with people, and they're like, hey man, I have chemistry class with so-and-so. I'm gonna come to your game, and this place is unique and really cool in that way.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, and Coach Bell might have helped this guy out
Yeah,
get a little
absolutely.
stronger,
That's
right?
my goal. I look at that every day. I'm like, that's what I want to look like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Coach, best of luck in 2026.
Thank you.
Thank you.